How you guys doing out there, Facebook and YouTube? My name is James. Let's have the conversation where I talk about pop culture, society, world events, so we can live in harmony through having these conversations. I want to talk about Luke Kuechly with his retirement. Luke Kuechly just retired, and he retired because of health issues. That's obvious the reason why a lot of these football players retire. The thing that I want to ask right now and get into for future generations, why do we always tend to talk about how much money these players have made before they retired? To me, it's obvious that they're not concerned about the money per se, as not even per se. I don't think they're concerned about the money, and I don't even think that's the reason why they're retiring. These athletes are retiring due to health issues, concussions. Andrew Luck just retired at the beginning of the NFL season, and he said that he was tired of going through the injury. I made a YouTube video about it. It'll probably come up in the card or on the boxes. Andrew Luck retired at the beginning of the season because he said out of his mouth, "I'm tired of the process of injury rehab training." Injury rehab training wore on him and took his enjoyment away from the game. Luke Kuechly said that he still wants to play the game, but he doesn't feel it's a good idea to play because he only knows how to play the game in one way, fast and aggressive. He feels it's not a good idea for him to play the game anymore. So why are sportscasters glazing over the fact that these players and athletes, especially football players, are retiring for health reasons? Stop making it all about the money and how smart he is. Why don't you nip it in the bud and speak the truth? The game does not protect these athletes when they're getting hit. It just doesn't. They always talk about how they want to, how Roger Goodell was always talking about these new protections and these new rule changes and things like that. The NFL is a product to people. The NFL is entertainment to people. I guarantee you that Roger Goodell isn't really, he's trying to appease people. I don't think he really is caring about it because he wants to keep his job, because he works for the owners, and he's trying to keep his job. He's trying to skate that line between player safety and what owners want. And the truth of the matter is, every time there's rule changes, the rules work. The rule changes are good, but it seems like the players still want to hit hard, and that is the actual issue right there. It's about how hard they hit, and it's about where they hit. And thing is, truthfully, I remember listening to the Myles Garrett situation, where Myles Garrett, I got a video on this on YouTube too, where Myles Garrett hits and Mason Rudolph on the head with the helmet. These sportscasters said that I've seen in practice where these players hit each other with helmets and ain't nothing happens to them. Roger Goodell and the NFL, why do you let that happen in practice and don't say anything about it? Is because the fans don't see it? That right there, sir, Mr. Goodell, is a lack of integrity. You have a lack of integrity, Mr. Roger Goodell. If you're allowing helmets to hit players in practice, but it's not seen by fans per se. There are crowds at these. Functions. The crowd necessarily doesn't always say anything because they like entertainment. Oh my God, they're fighting because in hockey they let them fight too. Stupid right there. It's a whole different discussion though. But these crowds like entertainment. How is people fighting each other and hitting each other entertaining? And that goes into another discussion too. Are we so bad off in our lives that we want to see somebody get into an argument just to freaking make our own lives feel better? But back to what I was saying. These players, Luke Kuechly, Andrew Luck, Calvin Johnson, who else? Chris Borland only played his rookie season. Who else? It's some of the other players over the years that have retired due to the toll it takes on their bodies. Now, the only person I would say who's immune to all this is Tom Brady. I want to say he's immune, but he's doing something where this is his, how many years has he played so far? 20? He's 43 or 42 or whatever it is right now, and he's still playing the game. He's doing something. I don't know what the hell he's doing, but he's doing something to make sure he hasn't gotten concussions. And I remember he got hit in the head once. The thing about him though, that I think is a great thing, is that he hasn't gotten sacked. He doesn't get sacked a lot. That's the reason why he is able to play at a high level every year, because he didn't get sacked a lot. Roger Goodell, players or Roger Goodell, owners of these teams, we need more safety in the game. If you want your athletes, star or not, if you want your athletes to play at a high level consistently for years to come, more than 5 years, more than 8 years, more than 10 years, you need to insist that the rules and the methods of tackling change, and you need to insist that these helmet-to-helmet hits are outlawed. They're already outlawed, but at the same time, players still do it. We need to issue stiffer penalties on these guys when they do these when the helmets touch, because there's ways of tackling. And I was listening to a YouTube video where it said that rugby tackling is much smarter and more effective than actual NFL football tackling. So maybe football should follow the rules of rugby when it comes to tackling. Maybe that's the thing. I don't know. But the whole purpose of this video, for future generations, Mr. Goodell, we need to make the game of football more safe so that players can actually play the game they love. And that goes into another thing. Why do people go off of football? It's so violent. I don't understand that. I'll talk about that in a whole other video. Roger Goodell, for future generations playing in a league that you're the commissioner of, we need the game to be safer so that these guys can actually play and not worry about how long can I play. Chris Borland retired after his rookie season. Look him up. He retired after his rookie season because of this issue. Mr. Goodell, do something. Owners, demand something be done. What do you think in the comments? What do you think of this whole issue? Like, subscribe, share this video. For future generations, we need this problem addressed and seriously, because players are retiring earlier and earlier. Love you guys as always.